Bum-ba-dum-bum-bum. Streaming software, Streamlabs, bro. Streamlabs. Um. Alright, I'm just gonna do my exercise time now. This is probably gonna have no VOD, or the VOD's gonna be quiet because of the copyright music.
I just whipped a 4 to a 10 with my daughter in bed, and I still gotta rap this loose one. Got thoughts in my head, got me roaring again, but I still wanna put this loose on. I'm at war with these men, I don't talk to my friends, and my girl wanna buy the futon. She don't see what I do to put food on. Out for a week trying to sleep on a futon. No time for the Insta. Don't ask about new songs. Still getting tracked on a SIM card, racking it clean in the back of a Tucson. My brain numb when I think hard. Like how many times have I been charged? Lost everything in the shipyard, starved and got everything that my kids are. I can't get back them timing cells. I remember them calls on FaceTime. Late night with the burner, stay quiet. Can't wait till I see that daylight. Now I'm back in the Meriton, whipping MSN to the flake right. I got work in the paint, I paper route. I want the mirth with the canines. Don't have to take that risk no more. I load up the pack, then move it. Never come to the drop on time. I'll sweep around, clean you out like Bruce. Got no time for the music. Deadline's got a brick of the loose. Stepped on it twice and a friend said it's nice, so she calls every night try to do biz. We came off 30 vans, there was 30 bands and I played when I come through. Stomp on this candle like kung fu, whip it up, hit the bitch when it come through. I don't do this shit for the fame, I was born in the game and I stay cause I want to. This is Sydney, we ain't for the game, so you bow, better think where your mum gonna run to. I just whipped a 4 to a 10 with my daughter in bed, and I still gotta rap this loose one. Thoughts in my head got me roaring again, but I still gotta put this loose on. I'm at war with these men, I don't talk to my friends, and my girl wanna buy the futon. She don't see what I do to put food on. Out for a week trying to sleep on a futon. Surfing.
I don't hear that. I don't hear it. Oh, that's good. Well, it might not get feedback. Hopefully. This channel's alright. It's just like all live.
And anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult if we try to be unforgettable. Yeah, we could be taking control. Yeah, 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 unforgettable. taking control, yeah. If we try to believe in anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult. If we try to be a negative bull, yeah, we could be taking control, yeah. If we try to believe in anything greater than a miracle, it wouldn't be this difficult. If we try to be a negative bull, yeah, we could be taking control, yeah. Negative goal, yeah. We could be taking control, yeah. Negative goal, yeah. We could be taking control, yeah. Negative goal, yeah. We could be taking control, yeah. Negative goal, yeah. We could be taking control, yeah.
Oh, so suddenly you're poison the air I breathe. But if you don't hate me, then why would you break me? Feel it in my bones, I'm about to lose control. Only so much I'm taking, so get yourself to safety. Cause baby, a storm is coming. You better heed the one and pray. Don't stay, run away.
I'll make some breakfast real quick.
Feel my heartbeat is falling. I'm a child like a hurricane. Don't stay, away, 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 away. Oh, so suddenly you're poison the air I breathe. But if you don't need me,
Wolverines! Guys, welcome back to a new YouTube.
You on this one?
Oh, Funko 530's live.
On this one?
Are things starting to get real
Let's see what's going on with Wes Watson.
for Big Boy, the Strain Cartel, and Wesley Watson? What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So, this weird experiment, I don't know what else to call it, between Big Boy, the Strain Cartel, and Wes Watson is taking a turn. And I have to be honest with you, it's not unexpected. It's not surprising, but it is pretty damn dumb. Big Boy has been doing this fitness thing for a long time. And he has made a lot of enemies along the way. He has gained a reputation of being a snake. There's a lot of allegations that he snaked Rich Piana. in a really foul ass way. I don't know. There's a lot of people who were part of Strength Cartel who are no longer part of Strength Cartel. And it's always the same story. That Big Boy is a snake, that he's two-faced. I never paid attention. I think most people never paid any attention or gave it like any mind whatsoever, like any time of their life. No, it's some fat dude in the gym grunting, lifting as much weight as he can, right? I think that's how we looked at him. And then he decided to link up with Wesley Montague Watson. If Big Boy had any shred of credibility, it completely went out the window when he hooked up with this clown.
I mean, look at this. He's sitting in Wes Watson's car. What is the point of sitting in another man's car? You had your own money. At least you should have been making your own money. With a ski mask on. And then we have right here, posing, throwing up WW in front of Wes Watson's pad, in front of his cars. Zero shame whatsoever, with the ski mask on. And then you got these guys, the fun bunch, WW. And then don't forget me, Wes. Let me pose with you. And look at these guys, man. Class clowns. And then here we go. Look at, I got a mask on. I'm dangerous.
Oh, where's Watson?
Ridiculous. And then you got these guys, the fun bunch. Now let's read about him. Bodybuilder, skateboarder, personal trainer, and social media sensation known as Big Boy. He became a champion in both the United States. Like, where's the tough guy stuff? You're wearing your clothing like you're still in prison. You're wearing your pants like you're a pinto or you're a hardcore gang member. And look at, it's crazy. Now you're damaged. Facts. Have heard that's why people always leave Strength Cartel, because he doesn't pay them shit while he gets paid. Either he's lying for social media about having all this money, or he's really a piece of shit for doing his friend and the family like that. He's talking about wicked. Thought he was cool until his boy passed away this week and he donated $500 on the GoFundMe. Dude drives a Lamborghini and is always flexing and he can't pay funeral expenses. And Blanco says, fool says he's a millionaire and gave chump change to his boy. All bad. Outrageous Base says, I know this is the wrong sub to say this, but I think they make Chicanos look ignorant and like lowlifes to the broader fitness weightlifting community. You think Big Boy cares about that? Not at all. It's a community he's not from. But look at the impression he's leaving.
So, you know, one of the things that Big Boy likes to utilize, I don't know, like to get some kind of credibility or add some toughness to his aura, is having been to prison. Okay, so you've been to prison, right? So what? But when you're trying to use that and you have your clothing line as prison gear,
I've been keeping up with this Wes Watson
you
guy.
are putting that out there as if you know what time it is, and then you link up with a dude that lies about how much time he was sentenced to, lies about how much time he did, and lies about where he did time.
I can get you up to date.
Do you even realize how lucky you are?
Everyone's done videos about this guy. Even
Do you even realize how lucky you are?
Wes.
But Wes.
Shit.
We do what we do.
How do you define success?
Yeah, this
and we'll
is
start with
so this is him
Biame
here in the
How
white.
How do you define success? What does that mean for you?
Success is, being free, being able to do what I want to do every day when I wake up. If you got straight tits and you're in your Rolls Royce, you look like a fucking clown to me. I'm just laughing at your dumb fucking ass. But this is the whole fucking point. You have a weakness. Change it, motherfucker. How the fuck are you going to lead people if you don't realize your weakness is their way out? They're not going to listen to you. You're sitting there possessing shit that they don't want to have. So, this is what people say. Oh, it's not about the money. It's about family, Wes. It's about this, about that. Motherfucker, when you're making money, it's about the money. When it's family, it's about family. When you're at the gym, it's about muscle.
Then you know who Wes Watson is. He's like a self-help coach. But he's an idiot. Everyone's roasting him at the moment.
But Wes, you don't need
Shit.
It's okay to have me.
Like shoving stuff up his ass.
Fully just skip over the understanding that I don't have $95,000 a month, and I'm in his comments all buck-toothed and cross-eyed, hey, fucking Rich is playing.
All right, so Wes Watson has been continuing to struggle with the haters. It's gotten so bad, his parents are DMing people.
He tells a story about how he puts his prison paperwork up his ass. And everyone from prison's like, dude, no one does that.
Them for making fun of Wes. You know, the big bad alpha male, Wes Watson, needs his mom and all his minions to defend him because he keeps getting gadooshed by his haters.
The guy used the word gadooshing. The guy said that they're on there gadooshing me.
And as you can tell, it's causing him to just lose it, which is hilarious to watch. I mean, he has a meltdown every day on Instagram over the dumbest shit, and he's just so easy to troll. Like, he's always responding to the haters, and now he keeps doing impressions of them. And it's just so funny to think this is somebody's life coach. You know, people are paying this guy $6,000 a month to get advice from him.
Yeah, that's the real scenario. That's real close to your life, stupid. Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. They want to be all up in your personal lives. Why? Because theirs suck bad. So they're like, hey, what is that? Is that a new girl? Ah! Hey, fucking Rich is playing.
Like, this guy really convinces people to go into credit card debt to pay for his course. And it's so funny because you can tell when he starts to lose clients or business isn't going well because he starts flipping out about how people are broke losers for not having tens of thousands of dollars to give him. And he always tries to make it seem like it's not a lot of money by talking about how much money he has and how $20,000 is nothing to him. But he only has this money because of the broke losers that pay him. So that's why I get so worked up about it, because he needs their money. And it's funny because his strategy is to yell at people who are barely scraping by and be like, look how rich I am. I'm driving around in a Lambo. 20,000 is nothing, so give it to me, which is so backwards. You know, it's like, you're broke, I'm rich, give me money, you idiot.
The fact that there's so many fucking grown men and women who don't have 20 fucking grand. Oh my God, that would be lame. Holy shit. Do you know most people I know got millions? Like, and we're not special. Like, we're at the bottom. Like, having some M's is whatever. And you motherfuckers don't have 20 grand and say it's expensive. And the program doesn't even start at, it starts at 3 grand. You guys. Because I don't even understand how the you can have so little self-worth that in your one motherfucking life, you would choose to be a fucking peasant. It's fucking crazy. Who the fuck thinks that lowly of themselves?
Yeah, so that's Wes driving around in a Lamborghini and a Bugatti, yelling about how peasants don't want to give him money, which he needs to afford the Bugatti. Like, imagine spending all your money to finance this guy's lifestyle. You know, it's like, I'm sick of being a peasant. Let me help this guy pay off his Bugatti. That should help. And people think if they pay him, then they'll get to hang out with him or something. So he has to lecture them about that too, because they obviously expect more if they're paying $20,000. But Wes, he only does like a 20-minute call, if that, because he doesn't want to talk to these people. So if someone asks him how much one-on-one time they get, he flips out and acts like it's an insane question because that's probably the most asked question and he's sick of hearing it. So he has to lecture them and try to convince them all it takes is 20 minutes and he can teach you how to be a millionaire.
Wait, here's the best one. This is how a dumb fucking 9-to-5er thinks. Well, how much time do I actually get to spend with you? What the fuck? We're going for fucking results here. We're going for value-driven results. What if what I know took me 20 minutes to tell you, and you would make millions and millions and millions? Would you fight to have your money be exchanged for time still? That's how fucking you know you're stupid. You guys are fucking psychopaths. If you're like, wait, How much of my money am I exchanging for your time? You fucking idiots. If you think that way, that's the first understanding that you're a fucking dumb shit 9-to-5er.
Yeah, and he can't spend too much time with his clients because he's busy. You know, he's got a lot going on, and he needs to get back to coping with getting gadooshed by his haters. That's more important stuff.
That they all sit there and gadoosh me. Oh my fuck. Oh my God. Imagine this stud, this ringleader of Reddit reviewers who gadoosh me. Oh, the world we live in today. No fucking way.
Yeah, so he's been going through it recently. I guess it's not easy getting gadooshed every day on Reddit. You know, it's a tough life for Wes. Even driving around in his supercars is now starting to take a toll on him. The poor guy has sore feet from driving around in his Bugatti. That's seriously what he was complaining about on Instagram recently. You know, how difficult it is to drive around in supercars all day, which I'm pretty sure he's just driving for the sake of driving half the time. You know, he's not even going anywhere. Like, he's just driving so he can record a video in his car.
I just don't even fucking want to. My feet hurt. You guys don't realize driving hypercars and supercars and SVJ or a Bugatti or something, that shit whoops your ass. Fuck, by the time you get in and out the motherfucker, you sit in it for 45 minutes, your back's blasted. You gas it a few times, you drive like an asshole, you're gripping the fucking floor with your feet and shit. Sometimes you just gotta take your fucking shoes off and put them on the fucking fluffy ass carpet.
What a wanker, eh?
So now he's basically just complaining about being rich. Like, this is supposed to be an alpha male, but he's talking about how his feet are hurting from driving, so he needs someone else to drive so he can rub his feet on the fluffy carpet. Like, these are the biggest problems Wes deals with. You know, his feet hurting from driving and his Reddit haters gadooshing him. And then he has the audacity to talk about how everybody else is getting too soft. I mean, this guy just gets triggered by everything. Like, recently he had a meltdown over some balloon filter on Instagram. You know, first it was the leaf blower, and now it's balloons he's getting triggered by. It's hilarious. But apparently this is how an alpha male is supposed to act, and you can learn how to be like this for only $6,000 a month.
When you inspire them, when you give them a workable path that will change, these balloons. Damn it! I hate that shit. When you give someone a workable path, this is the most sought after spot to live in Miami, besides like Star Island and maybe Hibiscus or Palm. But there's Star Island, there's Hibiscus and Palm Island, and then there's San Marco, San Marino, Delito, and Revo Alto. Fuck these fucking balloons. How the fuck do you turn that shit off, and who the fuck designed that shit so we could put their head under my foot real quick?
Yeah, so Wes gets triggered by a lot, and it's always hilarious. I mean, ironically, he might be one of the funniest people on the internet, and he's just the best to troll. Like, he makes it so easy. I mean, this Reddit user messaged him a month ago about his course, and he's just messing with him. He's like, how long until I start renting escorts and yelling at people on Instagram and flipping out at leaf blowers? So then Wes got all pissed, and he's like, oh, you're just one of those haters from Reddit. But apparently he didn't block the guy, so he messaged him again. You know, the same guy on the same phone number messaged Wes, and he's like, I'm interested in your coaching. Can you let me know the details? And Wes fell for it again. He's like, what's up, bro? What's your main focus? And he's like, basically, I'm 5'5", 240, and I eat cupcakes and chips all day, and I beat my stick 8 times a day and do some other disgusting stuff. And Wes is like, are you messing with me, or do you really do that last part? Don't waste my time. And he said, I really do it. So then Wes sent him a rundown of his course. And the guy's like, all right, I'll do 12 months for $40,000. He's like, great, you need it. He's like, first I have a couple questions. Do I need a leaf blower? Do I rent escorts? Do I rent supercars? Do I rent a mansion? Do I beef with Reddit users all day? And then Wes responded and said, I knew you were a troll. And it's like, yeah, he already did the same exact thing to you. And if you knew he's a troll, then why are you wasting your time with him? And then the guy just responded with a leaf blower. And Wes is like, you're a weirdo, I'm blocking you now. Yeah, so it's getting tough out there for Wes. And recently he's really disappointed because originally he thought one of his haters was going to finally pull up at the gym in person, but they didn't show up. And he's really disappointed because he said he's looking forward to getting a BJ from them.
Kind of sucks. I heard some fictional stories online that one of these guys was going to show up here on Saturday at 8 a.m. and nobody's here. I was gonna get a BJ before arm day, but now I just gotta go hit arms. Thought it was gonna be baby arm day.
Yeah, so I think he might be starting to miss prison a little bit. I mean, the way he talks about it, it's like he enjoyed his time in there. You know, he kind of brags about it. Like, he'll talk about embarrassing shit he did in there, like shoving stuff up his ass, and he'll act like it's something to be proud of. Because, I mean, people will question his stories, and some people didn't believe that he actually hooped his paperwork, because other people who have been to prison said there's just no reason to do that, like it's not necessary. And then also, they just don't think it's possible, like it's way too big. But Wes, it's crazy, he's like, no, I did it, trust me. You know, he's trying to convince people that he shoved a bunch of paper up his ass for no reason.
Oh, he didn't believe that you hooped your paperwork. A lot of people have kind of made a meme out of it.
Oh, dude, you wrap it up this big. Like, you get like a 128G, and you get copies of your 128G, which is your paperwork.
Dude, in no planet are you hooping your paperwork. That is not reality, dude. You are not hooping your paperwork. That is insane.
You fold it over so many times, it's this big. Look at it's this big. You put a glove around it 3 or 4 times. You twist it up and you shove it up your ass.
And do you just stop thinking about it after a while?
Yeah, then you go to the next place, you shit out, you got your paperwork, and now you don't have to wait for it. And it's this big.
Right.
This one guy was like rolling up a paper like this. How's he gonna put this up his ass? I'm like, dude, are you from Tennessee or what, dog?
And the only reason I think this could be true is because I don't know why you'd want to make up something like this, like why you'd want to tell this embarrassing story that's not even true. But maybe he thinks this is just an alpha move for some reason. And I think Wes might have actually enjoyed hooping his paperwork, because I heard recently in John Bravo's new video, he makes good Wes videos, make sure you check out his channel. He said that he talked to Wes's ex-wife, and she said that Wes likes to get pegged. And then also there's some other old Wes videos where he's talking about some sus behavior in prison. And again, it's like, maybe he's making this up, but why would he want to? You know, it's so weird to make this stuff up. And it's also weird that he's talking about this in a public park, like with people walking by.
You know they love to see them buttholes. They want you to wink at them the whole nine. So I gotta show them. They want to see. They only know you by your butthole in there. They see my face and they're like, oh, who are you again? And then I just bend over. I show them the butthole. Oh, Wes Watson, how you doing, bro? What's up? Nice to meet you again. And it's a weird. I don't understand why they like that. I don't know why they would want to do that. But whatever. To each their own. Like I've said before, to each their own.
Yeah, so Wes is surprisingly open-minded, and I know he lies about some of his time in prison, but it would be so weird for him to make this stuff up, but I also wouldn't put it past him. And, you know, he honestly might just think this makes him look hard somehow, but it just makes him look hard for other men. But let me know what you guys think, and then make sure you check out my Patreon account if you enjoyed this video. There are over 100 exclusive videos on there, and I talked about Wes and his breakup with his escort, and the downfall of Fresh and Fit, and also recently Burt Kreischer got roasted by Adam Ray, and there's a ton of other stuff. There's a lot to go through. If you like the channel, make sure you check it out. There'll be a link in the description.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Bubba YouTube channel. Guys, today's video.
Yeah, there's been heaps going on with this guy. I've been trying to keep up with it, but so much has been happening. It's like, it's hard sometimes. I go out of the loop sometimes. What about Dr. Disrespect going to Rumble? That's crazy. What's a good video we can watch before I get into some games? Anyone know a good video? I know a good channel. This guy does good documentaries.
Please, she's on the ground. So there's...
Who is it?
My mom!
This man has just been told that his wife has been murdered. However, he never could have expected that it was his daughter that was responsible.
What happened? Your wife and daughter got into an argument. She's going to jail forever. Your wife's dead. I was too.
On March 3rd, 2020, Ohio police responded to a 911 call at an address in Akron and found Brenda Powell on the floor of her kitchen with 30 stab wounds in her neck. Her daughter, Sydney, was in the house at the time and told police this was a home invasion turned brutal murder. But even though Sydney was injured as well, there were still questions left unanswered. Things weren't adding up for the cops. Brenda was on the phone with one of Sydney's college professors at the time she was attacked, and during that call, she suddenly started screaming before the phone went dead. When he called back, the voice on the other end of the phone claimed to be Brenda, but the college professor knew this was a lie and suspected Sydney was pretending to be her mother. Fearing the worst, he called 911 and the first responders arrived in no time. This scream, combined with being called to the location, is enough probable cause for the police to forcefully enter the home. And this is what was waiting for him when he walked inside the house.
Akron Police! Akron Police! Where's your mom at? Okay, stay right here.
No, there's so much blood. No, please.
Man!
She's in the corner now. No.
Stop! We gotta figure out what's going on. Can you sit down? R9, get that 32 rolling here quick. We got a female down, blood all over the place. Sergeant Smart, you just got a crime scene. Taking her outside. You got she's blood all over. I don't know. She's bleeding out. Secure the scene. She looks like a 22. She looks like she's been down for a while. There's blood all over the place. There's a knife by her head and stuff like that, and there's a huge pool of blood. No, I think she just walked in on it. There's a broken window in the back, so if you can just put up some crime scene tape. As soon as AFD gets here, they're going to pronounce her, I'm sure.
It turns out Brenda hasn't just been stabbed. She's also been hit over the head with an iron skillet, and her injuries are so devastating that her life hangs in the balance.
Stop! Hold on, we gotta figure out what's going on. Come on.
Is she gonna be okay?
Come on. Come on. You just need to cooperate with me, all right?
I want my dad.
Huh?
I want my dad.
What happened? What's going on? What's going on?
We heard a bang. We heard a bang. And she told me to get out. And then I heard screaming. So I came back and she was on the ground.
Okay, you heard a bang.
Out back. There was a bang. Someone broken.
What is your name?
Sydney.
Are you cut?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're cut somewhere.
I don't think so.
Yeah, your hand.
No, I was helping her. I grabbed her.
All right, stop.
I grabbed the knife.
Yeah. What's going on? I don't know. We just got
I'm the dad.
Okay,
Sydney. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sydney appears to have been injured as well, is suffering from shock, and struggling to hold herself together. Even the arrival of her father, Steve Powell, doesn't calm Sydney down. Police need to lock down the crime scene and try to figure out exactly what's happened.
The back window's broken in!
So you're gonna have to...
Daddy!
inside there, so...
I don't know! There was so much blood!
Okay? She's got minor cuts.
Inside the house, there's a broken window and the knife used to stab Brenda, but something isn't quite right, as the broken window had blood dripped on the outside of it, leading police to conclude it could have only been broken after Brenda had been stabbed. However, Sydney claimed that the intruder used the window to enter and was broken before the attack, leading to the first of many inaccuracies in her story.
Interesting. Okay, do we know who, where, which way?
That's the younger guy. I'm looking through here and I can see pictures. And there's a whole basement set up for what.
Yep, hey, sorry, I'll call you right back. Bye. All right, let me go report that.
Yeah, there's got it's probably her brother.
Well, I'll see if we can find out who else lives here.
With such a serious case with so many unanswered questions, the cops spend some time talking with homeowners nearby. They have to try and collect as much information as possible, but right now, the only person making any sense is Sydney's father.
Okay. Do you live here, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my wife and there's my daughter.
How old's your daughter?
She'll be 20 in March. She's 19 today. Is she coming out?
Yeah. Not yet, sir. Just can't hang out.
Sydney, can you tell me what happened? Huh? Sydney. Sydney.
On its way?
Yeah, it's coming.
From where?
Yeah, that's them right here. I can hear them.
Hey, boss.
While trying to piece this puzzle together, police speak to Steve Powell and one of Sydney's friends down at the station, in the hopes that they may be able to help them shed some light on exactly what happened. But unfortunately for Steve, he has absolutely no idea Sydney is the attacker, or even worse, that his wife is in critical condition at the hospital and likely won't survive, something detectives will have to break to him sooner than later.
Who'd you get a call from? Yeah. Got a call from him, called me. Oh, okay.
He said there was a call, went out, a distress call from the University of Mount Union where my daughter was going, and said, female in distress. I said, well, that's funny because Brenda's there, my wife. So I called Brenda, and it rings and rings on the cell phone. No answer. I call Sydney back. Rings and rings and rings. No answer. I call Brenda back. Ring, ring, ring. No answer. I'm pacing around. I call Chief back, and I'm on the phone with him telling him there's no answer. My doctor calls me back and said, oh, Mom's on the phone with Mount Union. I said, well, cops are on the way. And she went, there's been a break-in, and she just started going off. She said, what? She said, there's been somebody broke into the house. There's blood everywhere. She was hysterical and crying.
So at first, when you talked to her, she said that your wife was on the phone with Mount Union.
Yes. And as soon as I said, cops are on the way, the hysterics started.
Is she still attending?
Well, as far as we knew up until today, yes, but apparently not for the last, I don't know, maybe couple weeks.
What Sydney hadn't told her parents was that she'd been kicked out of college weeks before this happened, and had been lying to them ever since. But she did tell her friends, including Lauren, who lived in the same dorm.
Now, we understand that Sydney was your roommate at Mount Union?
Yes, she was for last year and then this year until she left.
And so you've been friends ever since your freshman year at St. B?
So she got kicked out of college, and then as soon as her mum got the phone call that she hadn't been in weeks, she just bopped her. That's crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Go over each other's houses, everything like that.
Yep. Well, she started off in exercise science freshman year, her first semester, but then she didn't like the classes, so she switched over to psychology and sociology, but then she didn't really like that, so this year she switched to education, and then she didn't like that either, and that's one of the reasons she left, is because she really couldn't find what she liked. I think she struggled in her classes. I don't think her grades were the best, but she didn't really tell me that because I wasn't really struggling. I think she kept a lot of stuff hidden because when we were just talking or with our friends, she always seemed happy. Like, she seemed okay, like I said, I couldn't tell until the end where she was kind of just like struggling, and she kind of was
sad and just like, Lauren, I don't know what to do. I think she felt like everybody around her kind of had figured out what they wanted to do, and she hadn't.
Establishing Sydney's state of mind leading up to the incident will help detectives find out if she simply snapped or if this was premeditated. The issue is, Sydney is going to claim that she actually has no idea what happened throughout this entire case. In fact, she's going to base her entire defense on the fact that she blacked out and even claim insanity using this. This means the cops still have no solid proof that Sydney is the guilty party, but they're starting to discover she was hiding secrets from just about everyone.
Well, I know she's had anxiety for a while, but I think it was this last semester, like starting coming back in January, is when it really started, that she was kind of more like upset because she really didn't know what she wanted to do. My friends and I were worried for her because we didn't know what was going on because she didn't tell us, and like,
Lauren knew something was wrong and tried to help. At first, she had no reason to doubt her and was as supportive as any friend could have been at a time like this. But even Lauren grew suspicious of Sydney's evasive behavior.
I could tell she was getting more upset, like more sad. And I told her, I was like, I'm here, like, you can tell me, I'm here for you. If you need anything, I'm here. But she never really opened up until she was leaving and saying that she was struggling with school and that she was kind of trying to figure out what was going on, and that's when I started to try to help her.
Let's talk about this. You're her best friend, and I know this is difficult, but tell us about her relationship with her parents.
Her and her parents had a really good relationship. Like, her mom and her were best friends. Probably, like, they did everything together. Like, one of the reasons she went home was to be with her mom. They were always close. She never said anything bad about her mom. She never ever talked about having an argument with her mom. Like, I can't recall every time she'd be going home, she's like, I can't wait to see my mom. Or when she goes home for weekends, she'd be like, oh, my mom wants me to come home so we can hang out and like watch movies. And she loved being home.
By this point, Sydney is becoming wrapped up in a lie that she's going to struggle to escape from. But instead of owning up, she decided to make out as if college just wasn't working out for her and tried to convince her parents that they could save a lot of money on college bills if she left to pursue other things.
What's going on? Are you not going to school? She goes, I'm overwhelmed in school and I don't really like what I'm doing and it seems like it's a waste of my time and your money. I said, well, but that's all part of it. Nobody's going to tell you you need to do what you're doing when you're 20. You need to figure it out.
But that's not what she told her friends.
So when she's talking to you about, the problems she's having at school, did she mention that she tried talking to her parents?
Yeah, I know she definitely, especially when she left, she talked to her mom about leaving. They kind of made that decision together to leave Mount. Like, she told them that.
Lauren's suspicions were proved to be right, and Sydney was lying to her friends. But at the same time, she was also lying to her parents, who knew nothing of her problems at college until they received a phone call from Sydney's professor. So Steve and Brenda began crisis talks to find out exactly what was going on with their daughter.
So I went back, I called my wife from my daughter's phone. So I said, Sydney, I think the reason we can't get on is because she's unenrolled. She hasn't been going to school.
Sydney became wrapped up in two sets of lies. The story she told her friends and the story she told her parents. Failing grades aren't the end of the world, and any parent would support their child through such difficult times. But it seems she thought her parents would be mad and couldn't bring herself to tell them she'd been asked to leave the college.
Yeah, we asked her she was doing, and she said she was good. Like, she acted like what we would see as normal. Like, she was laughing, she was having fun. She said she got jobs. Because she worked at the Akron Rubber Ducks. She's worked there for a couple seasons, so she was going to go back there. And then she also said she was looking for another job, and like everything was good, and she was trying to figure out like for next year and all this stuff, and she was going to talk to her parents about housing, trying to come back to Mount.
Once she got to Mount Union, or anytime actually, did Sydney ever drink alcohol at all, or she did? Mm-hmm. Okay, just kind of describe that for us.
She liked to drink. There was an incident in the fall of our freshman year where she drank too much, and she wasn't alcohol poisoned, but she did end up in the hospital. Her mom came and got her at like 2 a.m. Usually after that, her and I were together, and if she did drink, I usually kind of like slow her down after kind of her limit, because she's small.
Detectives suspect Sydney snapped when Brenda was on the phone to her college professor and tried to cover up her lies by silencing her mother forever. The issue is, again, Sydney is claiming that she doesn't remember a thing, but it seems that she made some crucial and careless mistakes that let the detectives pick up the pieces. Sydney grabbed an iron skillet and beat her mother into submission before plunging a steak knife into her neck over 30 times. She then impersonated her mother on the phone and staged a break-in to
I'm gonna fix these copyright sounds and then we'll get into some games. Play some live EFT. So pretty much from when I woke up, even if I just do cut, I'll just cut it from when I woke up. Is it gonna load so I can play it? All right, 11:19. All right, and then this VOD. I'll just end this one and delete it, and then I'll start a VOD now. All right, I'm gonna get back into some EFT. Get some questing done. I'm level 13 or 14. I think I just hit level 14, so we got one level to go to the flea, which is amazing. Finally. I should get a ton of insurance back. I should have a ton of insurance back now.